Hey, welcome back to Stunt Hangar video. Today, I got my molding rubber in from Reynolds Materials, and I gotta tell you, I called them yesterday at 4 o'clock, and I got it today at noon. So that's amazing shipping. And what I'm doing is I'm going to mold some spinner back plates. Just built a box and CA'd the spinner back plate down into the bottom. The bottom is 1/8" plywood. And this Mold Star 30 says that it needs to be mixed 1:1. And on their website, they have a material calculator, which is very difficult to figure out, and they even tell you it's hard to figure out. That you give them the size of the box that you're going to pour into, and the depth that you want the mold, and they tell you how much rubber that you're going to need. Now on the container it says stir well before using, so we're going to stir both these up. Part A, part B. I might need another stick so we don't contaminate the two. I don't want to mix the two together. I don't know if you're not supposed to get this on your hands or not, but we'll go ahead and put some gloves on, because it appears that it's pretty nasty stuff. So, my box is 3.5 inches square and 1 inch deep. And according to their material calculator, we're going to need 1/2 pound of this molding rubber. To do the job. That's a good idea that I didn't contaminate one to the other. So we got the first part mixed. The nice thing about this stuff, if it works good, I'll start molding bell cranks again. And this is the recommended molding rubber by the engineers, so we'll see how it works. Oh boy. Let's get another mixing stick here so we don't contaminate this. Harbor Freight's got a real good deal. I got a little coupon in the mail today for a 3-gallon air compressor. Normally $79. Got it for $49. So went ahead and got one of those today. I'm going to try to adapt it for airbrushing. So we got those two things stirred together. We'll turn this on. So we need 1/2 pound, we need 8 ounces. So we're going to pour 4 ounces of Part A. Well, it sure looks like a lot. But we'll go by their calculator. And according to the engineers, it doesn't have to be absolutely spot on. This is a 50-50 mix. Some of the molding rubber is 10-to-1, and so that's 4. And we'll get the rest. Okay. Boy, that looks like a lot of rubber. I think the calculator's miscalculated. But we'll check it out. Stir this up real good. It's got a 45-minute pot life. Of course, I don't know. The last mold I made, I didn't get it mixed quite right. It's a 6-hour cure time. So when I get this mixed up and poured in, I'll go ahead and cut the camera. We'll be back in 6 hours. We'll demold it and see if we can't lay up. You know what? I wonder if it wouldn't be a good idea to take the air bubbles out of this. So let's do that. We're going to try. I'm all new to this, so this is a learning experience for you and me. We'll get out the vacuum pump. I think I got part of a bag made up already. I think I can vacuum out the air. Of course the bag's not big enough. Huh. I don't think I have a lid. Of course I don't. No lid. So let's try this. Makeshift on the fly. I just want to pull out some of those air bubbles. I know this will help. What I'm doing is I'm taking an old vacuum bag, putting it over the top of this paint cup, and we'll turn on the air, or turn on the vacuum. Having a hard time getting it. There we go. Obviously that rubber band is not going to seal the bag. But I think tape might. And like I say, I don't need to pull it down a long ways. I just want to see if I can pull out some of them air bubbles. Don't know if it's going to work. just an experiment. Doesn't work, to try something different. So let's see what happens. Oh, gotta plug it in. Looks like it's gonna work. Kind of crushing the container, but whether that pulled them all out, I don't know, but it sure looks like it did. Or a lot of them. So now we pour the mold, pour the rubber in the mold. You want to do the low spots first. You know, I could bag this whole box. That would be good. I think this is going to be good for making bell cranks. And even though that it looked like a lot, it looks like their calculator is exactly correct. This stuff, it's not real expensive. It was only $30 for 2 pounds. And that's enough to make should be 4 molds for the size stuff I'm doing. Wasn't mixed quite good enough there. That looks really good. There's no air bubbles in that mold whatsoever. There's a few bubbles in this other material, so I'm gonna just leave that. But their calculator did work out pretty much spot on. A couple of bubbles popped down. looks like this stuff is messy. Well, I'll shut the camera off. Be back in about 6 hours. We'll demold it and see how it goes. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in a short. Hey, welcome back to Stunt Hangar Video. Been about 6 hours. I demolded the mold, and I gotta say, this smooth-on silicone rubber, what did I say, it was Mold Star 30, is super, super nice. It's real flexible. It's going to be great for a mold. I've already cut up the molding pieces, and I'll go ahead and make this up off camera. I don't want to, take up a bunch of time showing you how to put the material into the mold, because it's just labor. So I'll be back in a few minutes, and in a few hours we'll demold it and see what it looks like.